Turkish Airlines Euroleague. I feel devotion.
A Kaunas curtain raiser to the Turkish Airlines Euroleague regular season. How the vital opening round of games is already shaping the groups. The past Final Four MVPs who are still contenders. We stopped off in Istanbul to speak to Galatasaray's Yakalakovic. The top players and the best action so far from Euroleague Game 1.
Game of the Week, presented by Turkish Airlines, Nike, and Intersport.
Historically, Kaunas is the economic, academic and cultural centre of Lithuania. It's also the basketball heart of the country. So for Žalgiris and CSKA Moscow, there was no better place to meet than the new Žalgiris Arena. Both coaches were proud to play the opening game in front of so many passionate fans.
It's great that the opening game is home. We know that it's sold out. Our fans, every time they push the team, they help a lot the team. And especially the Lithuanian players, they play excellent when they play home.
There will be a big fiesta of basketball of Euroleague. We are dating, a little bit nervous that this is first game, but I know how much waiting those games, spectators, clubs.
Big man Robertas Javtokas was proud to be back home after 4 years.
Very tough game. They are very good team. Also, I know the coach, and there's some Lithuanian players, so it's going to be a very tough game. I hope just for us it's going to be better than them.
CSKA and Miloš Teodosic were ready to fight.
We believe in ourselves. I believe if we play our game and the way how we know, we will win tonight.
Playing in the opening game is always going to be a special feeling, especially if it's a return to the Euroleague after a decade away, exactly like it was for Andrei Kirilenko.
Žalgiris staying in the zone. CSKA swings it around, gets it inside to Kirilenko for a short dunk.
The Russian superstar dished a delightful assist to make it 10-20.
Kirilenko, what a pass inside to Lavrinovic.
However, Žalgiris responded to cut the gap to 1 point.
Žalgiris coming the other way, off to Lawson. He gets it to go on the fast break, and Žalgiris is back in the game.
But at the end of the first half, Darius Lavrinovic's three-pointer put CSKA back in charge, 31-44. During the halftime interval, the Euroleague all-time leading scorer Marcus Brown was honoured by his former team, and he urged the Lithuanians to never give up.
Swings it to DeWine Collins, and he makes something happen right away.
But CSKA proved too strong and wrapped up the match 74-87. Alexei Shved, with a career-best 19 points, ended Žalgiris' chances. Also in double figures, Lavrinovic, Nenad Krstic, a deadly Teodosic on 16 points and 8 assists. Plus, undoubtedly, the player of the game, Kirilenko.
I'm very happy finally, play first game in the EuroLeague. It's very intensive, and it's always been a great rivalry between CSKA and Žalgiris. 15,000 fans, it's big pleasure to play against this crowd and get a win.
17 points and a ranking of 37. Not bad for a comeback. When you see a top EuroLeague game, and when it's balanced like Fenerbahce Caja Laboral, you have an embarrassment of riches to pick out a player to talk about. Most of the time, this is not the case when there is a certain Mirza Teletovic in the game. Not many years ago, his support for the team was limited almost exclusively to the outside shot. Now look. A perfect one-on-one from the low post, ending with a magnificent protection of the ball against a blocker like James Gist. A drive faking the pass and flying to the basket, still avoiding the block. Playing without the ball, inside backdoor cut, just one protected dribble, and a shot once again against an athlete like Gist. Assisted by Pablo Prigioni. Playing without the ball, boxing out his opponent, then great speed of execution. A perfect high-low move with Milko Bjelica. Read and started by Prigioni. Playing without the ball, back on the baseline, turning on the pivot for the dunk. No chance of a block from Prigioni again. A long rebound and another dribble protecting the ball and the dunk to avoid every block. Now the triples. All of them conforming to the system. The proof? There's always the chance of an offense rebound. In transition, under control, no dribbles from Prigioni. Stepping out a screen, catches and shoots from Prigioni. The winning triple. Prigioni penetrates while he moves towards half court. In this way, Gist can help but not recover. Then, to score to win, you must be Mirza. A master, of course, needs a worthy assistant. In 6 plays out of 9, plus the high-low started by him, the perfect assistant is Pablo Prigioni. In the end, a silent and perfect winner. You can say, okay, this is on offense. What about defense? Again, take a look. Before the game between Vizcaya Bilbao, Olympiacos Piraeus, Group A has already rewarded us with an exciting game in Istanbul between Fenerbahce Ulker and Caja Laboral Vitoria. A 69-66 road win for the Basque outfit, with a monster performance from Mirza Teletovic, 23 points, and Milko Bielica, 12. In a great Italian night, Benet Cantu started his first Euroleague season since 1983 with a convincing 80-69 win over Sluk Nancy in front of a great home crowd at Paladesio. After a nervous start with a lot of turnovers from both sides, Andrea Trinchieri's team found the right way to stop the Frenchman with a balanced offense and the right mix of outside and inside plays, earning good percentages. From 2 points, 50%, and from 3 points, 48%. With Andrea Cinciarini, 15 points in the game, the main Cantu threat. For Sluk Nancy, Nicolas Batum, 13 points and 8 assists. And Akin Agingbala, 20 points and 7 rebounds, fought on to mount a fourth quarter comeback. But Gianluca Basile's three-pointer made it plus 10 on 72-62 to the Italian team, smashing any remaining French hopes. A positive start for both Benet Cantu and Caja Laboral Vitoria, but the battle in Group A is just warming up. CSKA Moscow's victory on Monday in Group B was followed by 2 easy home game victories. Panathinaikos defeated Unicaja Malaga 98-77 at the WAC Arena in Athens. Ambrosi Baskets won 96-65 over KK Zagreb at the Stekard Arena. A spectacular performance behind the arc in the second half pushed the defending champions to a 46-28 break in the last 10 minutes. The Greens made 7 of 10 three-pointers between the third and the fourth quarter. The Greek team dominated the game thanks to the playmaking of Dimitris Diamantidis, 7 assists for him, and Nick Calathes, who dished 4 assists to the Pana shooters. 7 players finished in double digits. In the last match of the group, Brose Basket scored 52 points in the first half, ending up by 22. The key of the match was the defense of the 2-time reigning German champion, who caused 20 turnovers to Zagreb. The top scorer was an almost perfect Anthony Tucker, with 20 points in 20 minutes, 7 on 11 from 2-pointers, and 6 on 7 from the line. So Brose imitated the Group B power players CSKA Moscow and Panathinaikos in Game 1. The tough task ahead for the Germans is to repeat the achievement. Group B is already shaping up nicely. Dimitris Diamantidis, Juan Carlos Navarro, Vasilis Panoulis, Trajan Langdon, Theo Papaloukas, Sarunas Yazikevicius. What have all these aces got in common? You've already understood, of course. They are the winners of the Final 4 MVP awards over the last 7 years. For those doing their arithmetic, Diamantidis has gone one better, winning it twice. All of them are set to start Euroleague 2011-2012, all except one, Langdon, and that's because the Americans retired. In the race for this season's award, 3 of the best are starting with a different shirt. The Final Four MVP award is a dream come true for any player, because first of all it means you've just won the Euroleague. So, how did they do it? By scoring, of course, but that alone wouldn't have been enough, as each of them is famous for his own particular skill. Diamantidis, the master on defense and steals. The middle pick and roll for himself. And assisting the picker. Navarro, easy, there's a shot with his name. Look, at half court. Or in the open floor. Spanoulis, the penetration under control. Resisting contact. Or flying through the air. Langdon, the terrific no-dribble catch. And three-point shots. Papaloukas, the master of fast breaks, for himself. Or teammates. Jasikevičius, the famous no-look pass. The race has just begun and the competition is keen. Who'll claim the prize in Istanbul? In pre-season, Efes coach Ufuk Sarıca called his team's group the Group of Death, and round one confirmed it. Anadolu Efes, Real Madrid and Emporio Armani Milan won their games. Only Real over Spirou Charleroi was able to win without too much effort in the closing stages. Sarıca's band won 84-73 at Belgrade, thanks to a great third quarter which ended with a 26 partial, and above all thanks to two players, Terence Kinsey and Duško Savanović. The first, top scorer with 18 points, gave his support everywhere in almost 35 minutes of play. The second scored 17 points in less than 16 minutes. Great help came from Sasha Vujacic on his Euroleague debut and Erzan Ilyasova on his Euroleague return after 2 seasons overseas. Real Madrid won 176 in Belgium over Spirou Charleroi with a choral, solid performance from all its players. There's no other way to win on the road, scoring 100 points. Two top scorers with 19 points, Rudy Fernandez, back to the Euroleague after 4 seasons, and Felipe Reyes, an old friend who scored 7 out of 9 in the paint. Then 14 points from JC Carroll, a Euroleague rookie who introduced himself in the best possible fashion. 8 assists, equally split between the two Sergios, Rodriguez and Yul, guaranteed the consistency of the team coached by Pablo Laso, also in his first Euroleague game. Milan defeated Maccabi 89-82 in another game which had a decisive break in the third quarter, just like in Belgrade, even if EA7 Milan started its race in the second, coming back from 14-21 down to 41-38 up at half-time. Anyway, the plus 10 in the third period gave Sergio Scariolo's team a 13-point lead, 65-52, which was never cancelled out again by Maccabi, even if David blew 15 points and Leo Reliau, 23, tried all they knew, cutting the gap back to -4 in the last minutes. Here, like in Belgrade, 2 absolute winners. Malik Hairston, 25 points with jumpers, dunks and triples. And Danilo Gallinari, 23 with an unbelievable 13 from 16 from the line, added to 7 rebounds. Ioannis Bourousis, 13, and Mason Rocca, 10, also contributed to the Italian team's cause. In his last 9 seasons in the Euroleague, Jako Lakovic has played for teams that rank amongst the best, Panathinaikos and Barcelona.
There is always pressure on winning every single game, no matter if it's the first championship game in September or it's the last final game maybe in Euroleague. There is always pressure from the fans, from the newspapers, from the club, and you have to just get used to it and take it on your shoulders and just play with it.
But this season, the Slovenian has accepted a new challenge to become the leader of one of the newcomers on the Euroleague scene, Galatasaray.
I think I want to impose my experience, my will, to win, my winning attitude from all the teams I've been to the last 10 years, I want to transfer this to all the other guys, to younger guys. So every game, every practice, we come to the court with the same intensity, with the same character. That's winning character, and because I know only this can take you one step always higher.
The playmaker won a 2010 Euroleague winners' medal. Intense competition brings out the best in him.
I'm a kind of person, I want to win every game, even if it's just a shooting game with my teammate before the practice, or if it's the final of Euroleague, So the motivation stayed the same during all these 10 years. But of course, the experience gives you that edge that you are not nervous before every game, so you take it like like a normal game, but still the motivation and winning character stayed the same during all these 10 years.
Lakovic is firmly focused on the season ahead and has set his targets for himself and the team.
This is, my biggest goal this year, to do one step more with Galatasaray and, to fight to be competitive in every game of Euroleague.
The entire squad and their leader are ready, so watch out for Galatasaray. When the going gets tough, it's time for the tough to show up. 3 games, 3 different stories to tell. 1 point in common. The teams on the road won, including powerhouses Real Barcelona and Montepaschi Siena. The 2011 Turkish Airlines Euroleague semi-finalist and Italian defending champions played the group opener in Kazan, facing Unix, and former Siena guard Henry Domerkant was simply unstoppable. Domerkant finished the game with 30 points from just 12 attempts from the field, but that wasn't enough to beat Siena, partly because Boma Kaleb, who starred in the last European Championship, is still looking in great shape. The Montepaschi point guard led his team with 17 points, 4 assists and no turnovers to triumph 79-71. It was a special night for David Anderson on his Euroleague re-entry after a 2-season hiatus. He finished in double digits with 13 points with 5 rebounds. Galatasaray Medical Park imitated Siena, winning on the road over Asseco Procom 76-72. Taking control in the third quarter thanks to a stunning 16-2 run, including 2 3-pointers by Jaka Lakovic. The former Panathinaikos and Barcelona guard has already made a statement, finishing the game with 21 points and 6 from 7 from long range, leading the Turkish team to a crucial success against a direct rival for a top 16 spot. On the Polish side, after 3 appearances and just 4 points scored in 2007-2008 season with Žalgiris, Donatas Motiejunas played his first Euroleague game as a big-time player and led his team with 15 points together with Adam Kricaniuk, but his 5 from 11 on field goals and 5 from 10 from the line needs improving. We all missed Pete Michael last season when he played just 4 games due to injury. Now he's back, and Real Barcelona started the competition with style. The 2010 champions dominated Union Olimpia and Ljubljana 86-64 and showed their potential. Marcelinho Huertas has a tough task replacing Ricky Rubio, but in his first Turkish Airlines Euroleague appearance with the Blaugrana was impressive. 17 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds and total control of the tempo. That's what we can call an MVP level performance. Radko Varda and Danny Green tried to resist with 17 and 16 points, but the guys made a great team effort, finishing the game with 20 assists and were just the better team on the floor. Not simply stats, not cold numbers, just winning players. This is our personal podium from game day 1. Bronze medal, Bo McCaleb. You can't win on the road in Euroleague without a great point guard. Bo is that kind of player. 17 points, no mistakes in the 8 free throws, 4 assists, 1 steal. And then this. Silver medal, Malik Hairston. How to defeat the vice-champions with courage and talent. Maybe the fact he didn't beat Maccabi last year at Barcelona counted on Thursday night, showing all his repertoire. Ending with a classic exclamation mark. Gold medal, Duško Savanović. More than 1 point per minute, always there to score when the team needed it. The answer to every attempted Partizan comeback. Only triples, not really. The 6th man for minutes, the 1st for ranking. The dream 6th man for every coach. The assists. Number 2, Žalgiris Kaunas CSKA Moscow, Andrei Kirilenko. How to avoid an obstacle. Number 1, Emporio Armani Milan, Maccabi Tel Aviv, Theo Papaloukas. A perfect 20-meter flight to allow his teammate to fly. The dunks. Number 2, Union Olympia Barcelona Regal, Danny Green. How to overcome and dunk in 3 seconds. Number 1, Belgacom Spirou, Real Madrid, Justin Hamilton. My best friend, the baseline. The blocks. Number 2, Partizan Belgrade Anadolu Efes, Terence Kinsey, coming from nowhere in a flash. Number 1, Emporio Armani Milan Maccabi Tel Aviv, Sophocles Skorsanitis. Do you want a dunk? Not this time, baby. The plays. Number 2, Bennett Cantu, Sluk Nancy, Nicolas Batum for Akina Kingbala. Full court vision is easy to dunk with Nicolas. Number 1, Partizan Belgrade Anadolu Efes, Erzan Ilyasova. Pure invention, when soft is better than strong. Olympiacos Fenerbahce. It was October the 17th, 2002 when they last met each other in the Euroleague in Athens. In that game it was Ulker who won 77-71, with the young Kyorgos Printizis on the bench, watching his teammates in action. Now 9 years later the two teams are still at the top of Euroleague, and they will be the protagonists of the second game of the week on Thursday, October the 27th. How many tasty head-to-heads do we have in store? The stellar duel between Spanoulis and Ukic. The shooting game between Kessel and Bogdanovic. The future with Papa Nikolaou and Prelzic. The inside fight played by Papadopoulos and Savas. The air battle between Hines and Gist. Still Printizis challenging a star like Cephalosha. Coaches Ivkovic and Spakia playing their game of chess. And not only, of course. Fasten your seatbelts and get ready for the ride.
Turkish Airlines, Euroleague. I feel devotion.